Hello guys, once again, third video, multiplication. I got a new idea. I'm going to show you grouping and all that stuff. It's going to be helping you explain how you get this, why you get this. My other videos, I was just explaining how you do it. I wasn't explaining why you get this and how you do this. Now I'll be explaining more details, because I have more time. I figured out I have more time, so I can tell you more things. So yes, so let's get started. If you wouldn't mind, if you like this video, wouldn't mind, you want to hear more of me, of my educational videos. I will be making more. They'll progress in hardness as they go on. So if you wouldn't mind clicking the subscribe button, I would appreciate it a lot. A lot. It would be my Christmas gift or New Year's gift. So I would appreciate very much if you click the subscribe button. And if you like my videos but you think I need something to work on, please give me some feedback in the comments. I would also appreciate that. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you guys right now easy multiplication. 5 times 6, 30. You'll get 30. I'll explain that right now. So let's say you have five circles. Five circles. 5 circles. But then you have 6 groups of them. You have 6 groups of them. So if you draw another 5 circles, 6 groups, you'd get. Let me duplicate this. Duplicate. Okay. 5. So you have. That's one group. That's another group. If you have 5 groups of them. 1, 2, 3, 5 groups of them, 6 groups of them. So I'm mapping out the multiplication. 5 times 6. So the up top one. The one on top is how many are in the group, and then the one on the bottom are how many groups are there. So we need 6 groups. So let's get 6 groups. Come on. Duplicate. Okay. Let's get another group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that we have 4 groups, but we need 6 groups. This is just one way of doing it. Okay, perfect. Let's delete this. Okay, so we have. Oh, sorry. We need one more group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Now we're gonna get 6 groups of circles. 1 group, 2 group, 3 group, 4 group, 5 group, 6 groups. And if you count that, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, answer would be 30. Another way of doing this is by saying, okay, so we have 5. We have the number 5. And then we can add it 6 times. So 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, 6 times. And we can add it up, and we will get 30. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that would be our answer. So let's get into a little bit harder, which this ways will not help you, but this way is just easier for you to understand the basics of the basics of multiplication. Now let's get into some harder multiplication right now. Okay, so you looked at the multiplication table and this, and you've gotten that. So before we can do this or any other things, you need to know that any number times 0 would give you 0. So if you have 0 times 6, 0 times 16, 0 times 389, 0 times 1,000,000, sorry, bad handwriting, 1,000,000. All of these equal 0, because if you have all of this equals 0, because it starts with 0. So if it starts with 0, this is key. This is all key. If it starts with 0, it's gonna end in 0. I mean, like, it starts with 0 by meaning it multiplies. If something multiplies by 0, you're gonna get 0. So not even if you have this, even if you have let's switch back to pen. 15 times 0, that would give you 0. If you have 15 times 0 multiplied by, oh, that's terrible, multiplied by 18, since you're multiplying by 0, you would get 0. So anything that if you multiply by 0, you'll get 0. But that doesn't include if you multiply like this. If you multiply 15 times 10, it has a 0 in it, but it just isn't 0 by itself. It's not 0 by itself. So it wouldn't be 0. This would not equal 0. 15 times 10. This would not equal 0. This would equal 150. I'll tell you that later, but now we're going to go back to multiplying by ones. So anything 1 just means if you have 15 multiplied by 1. What's that saying is you have a group of 15 in one group. And how many groups you have? You have one group. So that would be 15. And 0, same thing. You have 15 in one group, but you don't have any groups. So what's the point of the 15? So you don't have to do anything like that, like multiply 15 times 18. It's just 0 if it's multiplied by 0, and if it's 15 times 1 or 160 times 1, you'd get the same number. You'd get 160. So let's say you have a number like 15 times 10, which I was saying before. You would multiply your bottom. You'd multiply the bottom. So the bottom, the first number from the very right of the first number, which would be the ones digit. If you're going into decimals, of course, it would be like the thousandths digit, or the hundredths digit, or the tenths digit. But now we're not talking about decimals, so we're going to multiply the ones digit times this, and then this. So 0 times 5, if you know our 0 facts, 0 times any number is 0. So you don't even have to do it. It's just 0 times 0, 0 times 1, 0 times 5. It will give you 0. So now you're going to skip a line, and you're going to go to the tens place. This is your ones place for your answer. This 0 is ones place. So this 0 is the ones place, and this 0 is the tens place. So now you're going to go to the 1. You're going to multiply the 1 by the 5, and then the 1 by the 1, and then the 1 by the 1. Just like we did with the zeros, we're going to do the same with the 1. So let's do it. 1 times 5 is 5. And as you notice, I'm not writing it where the 1's place is because I'm not multiplying the 1's. I'm multiplying the 10's place. I'm multiplying the 10's place. This is the 10's place. I'm not multiplying the 1's place. So you're going to want to skip a space. If it helps you, you can write, come on. If it helps you, you can write a 0 in here, so don't forget. So now it's 5 and then 1. So now you have 5 and now you have 15. Add these up together. You add. Now it becomes an addition problem too. So that's why it's important to know your addition. Just for multiplication, it will help too. So now you have 0 plus 0, 0. Now you have 0 plus 5, 5. Now you have 0 plus 1, 1. So your answer would be 150. An easier way to do this, instead of multiplying it, you can just, if you have something like 115 times 1,000, you can just do it really quickly by looking at how many zeros this has. Now the zeros have to be at the end. It can't be in the middle. Like it can't be like you have a 0 in the middle between 1 and you have 105. You can't put a 0 like that. You can't do this with zeros in the middle. You need the zeros to be on the outside. So you have 3 zeros on the outside here. So now you can add 3 zeros on the outside here and you'll get the answer. See? So now let's go to just regular 2 by 2 problems, like 12 times 14. Okay, so you would multiply 4 by 2 and 4 by 1. So that would give you 8 and then 48, so you would get 48. And then you would multiply the 1 times 2 and then the 1 times 1. If it helps you, you can write the 0 down just to keep its place, and then it will give you 2 right here and 1 right there. There you go. 8, 6, 1. So you would add these up after and you get the answer. There's a way of checking it. 668 divided by 14, but I haven't gotten that in my videos. If you don't know division yet, I will be explaining it on my next video. And that's basically how you do multiplication, but there's a twist to it. If you have, let's say, 15 times, let's say 28, you will get 40. If you multiply 8 times 5, you would get 40, but you wouldn't write 40 down. This would be incorrect. You would just write the 1's place, so 0. But then you would put the 4 up here. Now you would multiply 4 times 1 and then times 8. Wait, no. Forget what I just said. You would multiply 8 times 1 and then you would add 4. So if you did that, you'd get 8 times 1 is 8, and then plus 4 is 12. So you'd write down 12 here. Now you would do the same thing with the 2. Multiply 2 times 5, and you'd get 10, but you'd only write down 0. Then you'd put the 1. Then you'd put the 1 up here. Let's put the 1 up here. And then you'd multiply 2 times 1 and then add the 1, which would give you 3. And now you add these numbers together. You would get 0 to 4. So this would be your answer. I hope this helped. Please subscribe. It will really help me, as I said before, in my later videos. I will be making more, so thank you.